Okay, I'm going to try and explain to you how the insertion sort works. So where are we currently? Before you watch this video, make sure you've watched 1.19 just to see the logic behind how the insertion sort works. So where are we currently in the algorithm? If you look at the for loop that are bold-faced, the X started at 1. So first of all, the element at position 1 was inserted into the sorted array, then the element at position 2, then the element at position 3. So currently the first 4 elements are sorted. X is now 4 at the moment, so the position element 8 needs to be inserted into the sorted list. Okay, so now let's see what the insert on number does. Insert on number in this case will take the 8, which is our current element, and it needs to insert it into the sorted part of the array. So what does x minus 1 mean? That is the last element in the sorted part of the array. So remember, x is currently 4, so x minus 1 is 3. So that simply says take current, which is 8, and put it into the array that stops at position 3, keeping it sorted. So that's what insert on number does. It puts an element into the array, keeping it sorted. Right, let's try and understand how insert on number works, the actual code. For now, ignore the remove at. I'll come back to that just now. So if you look at the logic, if I want to put 8 into that list, keeping the list sorted, what this for loop does, it says start at last. Now what is last? Remember just now we sent through the 3 at the second parameter. So last is now position 3, the last element in the sorted array. So we start from the last element and we go backwards to the start. And what does the logic say? Look at the if statement. The if statement simply says, as soon as the one that I want to insert becomes bigger than the one I'm looking at, then I know I need to stop. So in this case, 8 is smaller than 14, smaller than 10, but it's greater than 7. So that if statement will become true when I reach position 1. Okay, so we are at position 1 where the value is 7 and we're trying to insert 8. Okay, so on the previous slide we said that the for loop terminated at position 1 or stopped at position 1 when the if statement became true when 8 was greater than 7. So now we need to insert 8 at position x plus 1, list.insert. So you'll see there 8 is now inserted at position 2 and all the other elements moved to the right, and then the insert on number is done. But notice what has happened now. The 8 was inserted at position 2, but it's still at position 5, so 8 now appears twice. So let's, in the next slide we'll get back to the list.remove at. Okay, you remember that in the previous slide we said that 8 is now duplicated. So how do we prevent that? Before we start, right at the top, that list.remove at, we first remove the 8. So the 8 would have been removed, and then when we insert the 8 later on, 8 will not be duplicated. Okay, I hope you will understand what's going on here now. So at the start of the insert on number, 8 is removed by the list.remove at. But remember what happens, new one, that parameter that comes in, still points to 8. So although 8 is not in the array, new one points to 8. And now we'll go into the for loop that will insert 8, and when it's done, we won't have a duplicate 8 in the list. Okay, so now 8 is inserted at position 2. Because it was removed at the start of the method, there's no duplicate. And what happens now is x in the top method now goes to 5, and the whole process starts again, trying to insert number 1 at position 5 into the sorted part of the array.